What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
5, go ahead. Hi, what's your first name?
How are you?
I'm good. What did I get wrong?
Well, you know what? I gotta say, I definitely agree with most of what you said, but I think that part of the reason on why women tend to have um, the defense mechanisms up is because in the beginning, when you first start dealing with men, right? If you, this sounds bad or whatever, but if you don't come off a little strong, I'm not saying with all of them, but with a lot of them, usually they do try to take advantage of you. You know what I mean? I can speak from my own experiences.
If you
And
don't
then
come off, if you don't come off strong with men, they
no,
try
no,
to
no. Let me clarify. What I mean when I say come off strong is that very often when you show that soft side of yourself in the very beginning, for some reason it comes across as if you may be naive.
Okay.
At least that's what I've gotten.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. I deal with feminine women,
Mm-hmm.
and they come off initially as soft and as feminine as they are,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't hear this from them.
See, consider yourself to be one of the exception. Because
But
I
let me
myself
can I give you I'm gonna tell you why I don't hear from them.
Mhm.
What do you do for a living?
I work in law enforcement.
Okay. Um, one of those professions that I've can tell. All right. So what kind of men are
Wait,
you?
wait,
What
hold
kind of
on.
men are you
You know what?
drawn
That is
to?
so funny. That is so funny because I know what you're probably thinking.
Oh, I've already made 3 videos about. I've said the women that high value and successful men avoid. I make no mistake, make no bones
No,
about it. Psych
but
chicks.
believe it or not,
Oh,
I'm actually the opposite, though.
okay.
Believe
Well, I didn't say it doesn't happen. I mean, psych chicks, nurses. Trust me, it's going to be kind of funny one of
no,
these.
I mean,
But here's the thing: what kind of men are typically drawn to you?
all right, I'll give you an example. I dated a guy, right? He's in law enforcement. And he got out of a relationship with his wife, right? They were married for a very long time. And he said that, and he confirmed just what you said. He said, a lot of people think that it's the man that abuses the woman. He said, but contrary to belief, she actually abused me for most of our marriage. He raised a child that he had to find out wasn't biologically his. She took him through a lot. He bought her a home and she was having an affair most of the marriage and everything. So, but in short, right?
Mhm.
As we begin to start getting to know each other, and I had to deal with all of the baggage that he had from his marriage.
Okay, hold on.
Hmm.
How long had you known this man?
A year.
And when you found out all this stuff,
Hmm.
this was in what, the first 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, yeah.
So let me stop you right here, sis. You should have been looking for the door. You did not have to deal with anything. You chose to.
Well, no, that's true, but I want to give him a chance. I mean, when you,
See, right here. See, I'm
uh-huh.
gonna tell you why the feminine women I deal with don't have any problem being women I deal with are not only accustomed to being treated a certain kind of way.
Right.
When they come to listen to my show or some of the things I tell them about, they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Mm.
I have to kind of tell them, well, there are women who get these experiences like, what? Because they've been feminine their entire life and they only get a certain caliber man. These women don't even, they walk up to the door and if the door doesn't open for itself, they'll just stand there because they expect you to open the door. And guess what? They get the door opened. And what I'm saying, ma'am, is we all choose. So let me reframe the question. The law enforcement
Mhm.
guy that you said
Right.
you found all this about. Let's just say you had the law
Hmm.
enforcement guy, and then let's just say you had a hedge fund manager, and he was making $400,000 a month,
Right.
and he was as attractive or more attractive than this guy. You had the same vibe, same everything. He had everything you wanted and more. And he had a clean bill of mental health, all this other kind of stuff. Which one would you have chosen?
You know what? That's a hard question for me to really answer.
Why?
And the reason why is because I didn't necessarily have a problem with the fact that he
Oh,
had
whoa, whoa,
issues.
whoa, 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 whoa. I give you a healthy, functional man and a man with baggage, and that's a hard choice?
I mean, the reason why I say that's because don't we all have baggage at some point? You know?
I give you a
My-
healthy, functional man and a man with baggage, and that's a
well, yeah,
choice?
since you put it like that, yes, yeah,
But see,
absolutely.
what I'm showing you, ma'am, is it's the men you pick. That's what I'm ultimately getting to you is you saying that it's the men to do this and that. I'm like, no, no, no. You saying you got to be hard because they'll play you if you're naive. And I'm like,
No,
no.
some women, not
Well,
myself.
but see, the thing is, I will tell you the women I deal with will listen to what you say and tell you, I don't deal with men who are broken. Power to this like this. I'm just telling you, you. First of all, I laugh because I've done a program on women that men need to avoid, and one of them are called advanced degrees. You know, let me
Mhm.
hold on. I'm a PhD. That's one.
Mm.
I'm a PhD.
Doctors, lawyers, military, uh, police officers, or women that were married to military or police officers, or lawyers or doctors, nurses, psych chicks, um, massage therapists, nail technicians, bartenders, actresses. These women are tend to be women that avoid. And there are always people who could fall in those categories who don't meet those things. But what I'm hearing from you is a strong personality.
Nah, yeah, you're prejudging me,
I said
definitely.
what I'm okay in the chat room. Do you think
Hmm.
in the chat room, ladies and gentlemen, do you think the woman on the phone is a strong personality? What do you guys hear from her personality?
Actually, I babied him too much.
Okay,
That was the problem.
I'm asking people in the
Yeah,
chat room. What do you guys
no,
hear?
that's cool. I understand.
I'm
That's
not
fine.
prejudging you. I'm telling you what I hear, ma'am. And I speak to women Monday through
No, I get
Friday.
it. I didn't get to say very much, but no, I get what
But
I
the
mean.
thing
If that
is, man. But see, you're a police officer. You're law enforcement, right?
correct.
Okay. I'm also what I do. I'm used to reading people. I read people every day, and I know what I'm reading. So I don't need to know everything. I'm telling you, even the way this interaction is going. It's not a judgment, ma'am. I'm just telling you the way you're coming across.
No, listen, I don't have an issue with that. Not at all.
Well, you said you think I'm prejudging you.
I do, but I'm not upset or anything.
All right.
You know.
And the thing is, um, if given an opportunity between a man who doesn't need you and a man who
Hmm.
needs you, which man do you want?
I want a man that doesn't need me.
Okay, well then when I asked you about the man who doesn't need you versus the man who does, you said that would be a hard thing because don't we all have problems?
No, no, I understand exactly. Yeah, no, I get it. But like from what I ascertain from talking to different men and stuff like that, like you say, the weight with women is an issue, and it is, right? But sometimes we're put in a position where we can't win for losing, quite honestly.
Okay, we talk about the weight. Whose responsibility is that?
A lot. But I have men tell me I'm too thin.
Okay,
So I can't, you know?
hold on. I said whose responsibility is the weight?
No, I'm saying we're responsible for our
Right,
weight.
right. So
Uh-huh.
you said you had men tell you. So how tall are you?
I'm almost 5'8",
And dress size?
6, because I weigh 146 pounds.
Okay, I would almost guarantee you that the if you had men who are making substantially more money, you would not hear them tell you you're too thin.
Oh,
Broke men tend to like big women. I mean, you look across any race. The more money a man tends to make, the more fit a woman tends to be, and the larger her ring is.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But black men, they'll be like, "You ain't got you. You need some more ass. You need some more hips, and you need more this."
Okay,
And
you
okay,
said black men like we're all the same. I'm talking
no,
about
not
black.
all of you, not
Well,
all of you. But
you
what I'm
said hold
saying
on,
is,
man. Listen,
mhm,
you said black men would say you need some more hips, you need some more ass, and in that
yeah,
state, listen, and in that statement, you said black men. I fall in that category, and so does the dude in the county. I'm sorry. There's a big difference between me and the dude in the county. I don't tell you need more ass and hips. I tell you need to get on the goddamn treadmill and get them abs together. We're different. And see, far too often, black women just act like we're one big black man. That's
no,
why I
I don't
focus.
think so.
That's why I
No.
focus on men who are successful, competitive, high value. They are different than guys who are Madden kings and living on your couch. Because one group of men, sis, don't need you. We want you, but we don't need you.
Yeah, yeah, precisely.
And then, but have you ever dated? And here's the real truth: can you honestly say you've ever had a
Hmm.
serious relationship with a man who did not need you financially?
Yeah,
Huh?
absolutely. I was in a 6-year relationship, and we didn't get married because his cancer got worse, and he decided that he didn't want to leave me like that. And he's actually, at his last stages now. And it was his decision to say before it got that bad, I want you to move on and try to, 'cause he was significantly older than I am. And we were in a 6-year relationship. It started out in 2014, and it ended sometime before COVID because things got worse with him. And
And how
to
old are
tell you
you
the
again?
truth, I'm 34.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I
When we
don't
got together,
hold on.
he had the
Okay,
cancer.
I don't, and I'll leave that one. But here's the thing: I
Hmm.
hear women say that we can't show our femininity or our softer side because it'll be taken for a sign of weakness.
Right.
And that's just outright incorrect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a group of women that in my Facebook group, 300 plus women in there who lead with their femininity. And
Right.
there are 4 couples in there already, and one's leaning toward is about to get engaged.
Hmm.
Sorry, I see that's maybe what you believe, but it sounds to me, ma'am, is you're dealing with a certain kind of man.
Can I clarify something right quick?
Go ahead.
I just want to clarify something. I didn't say all women, and I didn't use myself as an example necessarily. I said I do understand why some women do not deem it necessary to necessarily have to, show their femininity in the very beginning out of fear of being taken
Okay,
advantage of.
okay.
But
Let me flip that up. Let me flip
uh-huh,
it around. Let me flip it around. So
sure.
five. Some men don't show their masculinity up front for fear of being taken advantage of.
Right. It's possible. It's possible.
What?
Yeah. And the reason why I say that
Say
is
what
because
say it in your say what I just said in your own words. I want to make sure that it makes
some
sense.
men do not show their masculinity in the beginning out of fear of being misunderstood,
No.
right?
Being taken advantage
Or
of.
being taken advantage of, or whatever.
And that makes sense?
It doesn't, but I can't say that it doesn't happen. And the reason why I say that is because some men who are very masculine have been told, or that they need to soften
No,
up.
no. Okay. Man,
Allow me to finish, babe. Listen, let me just get it out right quick. Allow me to, please.
go ahead.
Some men have been told that their masculinity comes across as intimidating. I know a guy who's like 6'5", and he has a complex that every room that he walks into, people think that they need to fear him because of that. You know what I mean? And that's not something that he can
No, I
control.
don't. No, I don't. Because you're basically saying so basically he should walk around switching and acting feminine because he may
No, I don't think so.
listen,
No, I
okay, I'll
don't
let you
think so.
finish now. Hold on. Ma'am, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
It doesn't make any sense, and I'll let you go on and go on with it. And what you said doesn't make any sense either. But it's what you got. And what you're ultimately saying is coming from a place of fear and scarcity.
that's possible.
No. Saying that you cannot be what you are for fear of someone taking advantage of you is coming from fear.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, I agree. It's possible.
Well, then be around a different caliber of man so you can be who God made you to be. Because there are women who are as feminine as you say you are or more. I so wish I could make a phone call right now and put anyway. Oh my
I
God.
mean, you know what? Go to my Instagram, check. You tell me if you feel that I look intimidating. I'm willing to let you go see.
I don't need
If you
I
say that,
could
if
do,
you
ma'am.
look at
Here's the
me and
thing.
you say you look
Okay,
like you
ma'am.
beat people
Okay,
up.
ma'am. No, ma'am, but what I'm saying is your energy is very aggressive, is very masculine. I'm just
You know what? I'll work on it. Going through the academy may do that to a woman.
well, it does, and this is one. Okay, and here's the thing. This is one of the reasons I will tell you that my guys that are on my level, clients, my clients, these when I said the women that these guys avoid, they avoid them because those are masculine professions. The police academy was not created for women.
Oh, come on.
I just made a statement of fact. Are you trying to say the police academy was created for women?
I'm gonna plead the fifth because I know how you get down.
No, ma'am. I'm just asking a logical. Are you saying the profession of policing was created for women?
I mean, see, I was raised to believe that we can all do it, do everything,
Oh, we
we can do.
can. Oh, we can. Okay, so um, you have to do the same physical requirements that men have to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no,
Okay.
yeah.
So for to be a firefighter, you have to be
Hmm.
able to do a 200-pound dead man carry. Women can do that too.
Yeah, I mean, if I was able to get sucker punched and get back up
No,
with
no,
no
no, ma'am.
problem,
No, 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 no. See, you didn't answer my question. I said a 200. You believe that men and women can do the same things physically?
well, it's being proven every day they are, though. They are. I mean, I've been on an all male unit and I've seen women have more heart than the men on there in the prison system.
Let me tell you something, ma'am. Let me just go right there. If I wanted to whoop your ass, it wouldn't be shit you could do except take it.
I
You are
pray
not
to God.
my equal. And I'm tired of you women walking around here thinking that you're a man's equal. You ain't my equal because we allowed you to have a job that you ain't qualified for. Policing is not a female profession. It's a male profession. Just like
I
the
hope you could whoop my ass.
because it is a
You
male
better.
profession. It is a male
Yeah.
profession. Now, see, now I'm about to go there. See, you're talking crazy now. You're talking crazy. Policing
Why?
is not a male pro,
I'm
po,
being lighthearted.
but
My
I'm not being
goodness.
lighthearted because this shit is too much with our sisters. Y'all actually think y'all are like goddamn men. I'm telling you, man.
I
Man,
don't.
all right, all right. I'm not going to argue with you. You are not. We're not equals. And just because you think that a woman over here, a woman over here can do something a man can do, you are not physically as strong as a man. You're not even created to be that way. And this is part of the problem with women in your line of work. You lose
Hmm.
all masculine, you lose all feminine point of reference to where you even start answering questions. You're conflicted about shit that should be conflicted. You mean
I
the
ain't
army
confused.
was created for women? Firefighters were created for women?
So can I ask you a question?
Uh, you mean all those professions were created with women in mind?
No, I mean I know that it wasn't, but I want to still ask you a question. So let's say like if your daughter said, "Daddy, I want to go into law enforcement and make a difference, especially in the climate that we're in currently." Would you tell her that it was never created, for her and she
You
shouldn't do it
goddamn
that
right.
way? Okay.
Without blinking.
I mean, I respect that. Like I
Because
said,
you
I'm
can have that uniform on and everything else, and I could still boot a man. Could you are not a goddamn man, and we have let women think that there's no difference, and there's a problem, man. Because
hmm.
even when I say you're coming across in your masculine energy, this that you really, I get it that you don't get it because you're used to being this way. So to you this is normal, and you see yourself as the woman that you are. But I'm telling you, go back and look in the chat room and go look at all the men and the women writing down masculine. It's not just men; it's women.
That's cool.
So that's what the world reads. And I will tell you, women with your energy draw conflict. You draw conflict, meaning you draw side chick or one night stand energy, or weak men. Men are not drawn to women. I'm not saying you, but women like you,
No, I understand.
not drawn to women like you with the desire to provide and protect for you, because you look like you can do it just fine. So we just need to get it in, bend over the couch, and I'm gonna leave and go about my business. I mean, and that's the thing. So I mean, you walk around with a gun and shit, and it's like, all right, well, I mean, well, you don't look like you need us. So, all right, sis, appreciate it. You know
That's
damn
what's
well,
up.
cops wasn't made for no women.
No, listen. Just you know what though? Can I tell you something before we hang up?
Go ahead.
Listen. You have valid points. You know what I mean? You definitely do. But, and I just got to keep it 100 with you. When you get women on here and we're trying to explain stuff to you, it would be a little bit nicer if you at least let us get it out. Because sometimes you don't.
Well, the times I don't is when well, if I don't, it's because I've read. Okay, you're an officer. When I've read bullshit,
Hmm.
I don't let bullshit ride. If I believe the point is going to be
I
made,
understand. I
I
understand,
don't
but
treat it.
still give the woman a chance to be heard, though.
Well,
That's all
man,
I'm saying.
I don't want to. Here's the thing, man. I'm running a show with 5,600 people, and I'm not trying to let all things be heard, because I know sometimes it's bullshit.
And one last thing, women who are plus sized.
What about
You're
it?
right. You cannot be fat. You're right.
Well, I
You're
mean,
right.
there you go.
No, you're right.
All right.
But at the same time, though, you know what I mean? At the same time, a woman that's plus sized or whatever, it we all know there's someone for everyone.
See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. See, that's
You're
that
not
bullshit.
right
That's
tonight.
that bullshit. That's that bullshit. Somebody somewhere will love her, and telling that women like that will keep women losing. No, there
No,
is not.
no.
There's
Look at
someone.
me.
There's
Oh,
someone.
you too
Hold on.
skinny.
Okay, then so you're telling women don't. So you would tell them what? Go ahead and be plus size.
I would tell them make your health your priority. You know what I mean? But don't necessarily chase aesthetics because you
Whoa,
if you
whoa, whoa,
lost
whoa,
weight,
whoa, 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 whoa.
go
If
ahead.
you want a man, you better chase aesthetics, because we're visual. What are you talking
You're
about?
right. But what happens when there's something you can't please everybody? You just can't.
See, again, this is why you ladies need to listen to me and not women, because you get this duplicitous. Well, you can't. Well, here's the thing: you be as pretty as possible. That's what you need to be, as pretty as
Pretty as
possible,
possible. I agree.
pretty as possible, and you need to keep your weight down, because your great great grandmother wasn't no 170 pounds. There you go. Peace out, sis. Y'all out y'all mind. I'm not gonna have y'all just sit around telling women, lose the weight, lose the weight, lose the weight. Shout out to the caller though. You're getting late. Anyway,
Hi,
hello.
Kevin.
Hi. What's your disagreement?
So, my disagreement is that Black women's behavior is not put into context. So, there's the acting out, but it lacks context. I feel like it's misguided self expression. And it's a problem, but it is something that when you remove the experiences that we have,
So then, hold on.
okay,
Then why can Black women act right at work?
that's fair. That's fair. But I will say this,
No. You didn't answer. You just said it's fair. Why can they do that?
okay, code switching, W.E. Du Bois.
It's
It's
not
something
code.
that we're able to do in different
It's not code.
circumstances.
Not code switching. That's not code
Okay.
switching. Because
Okay.
there's a consequence. They act that way at work, they lose their job, they lose their money. True or false?
That's that's true. Can't argue with that.
So don't tell me about context. If you can
Okay.
control it at work, that means you can control it elsewhere. True or false?
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, the only
That is
variable is
true.
how much you respect your situations. See, what you just proven that Black women can respect their environment, work environment, their paycheck, but they don't have that same level of respect when dealing with a Black man.
So here's what I'd like to say. The sister who came on earlier, I wanted to
But let's acknowledge that that's
respond.
true. But before you do that, let's acknowledge that that's accurate or
Yes.
disagree. Which one is it? Is it accurate or you disagree?
Okay. So it is accurate, but again, there's context.
Yeah, the
That I feel
context,
like is kind of
you
missing.
got more respect for your job than you do the average black man. That's the context. We understand it. You don't have any respect. You know how to act when you respect somebody. When something's on the line, when there's a consequence. But there's nothing on the line with a black man because most black women have lack of respect for black men. So you can talk any kind of way. That's the context.
Okay. When you say it like that, I feel like you're boiling it down in a real simplistic way.
Yeah, because it's very
In the work
simple.
environment.
Because it's very simple. Because it's very simple. Black women know how to act. Always have. It's
Oh, yeah.
just you have gotten to the point to where you don't give a shit about what your reflection cares about. So because you don't have to respect it. You don't. There's no consequence when you deal with a black man. I mean, go back 3 calls when this woman is just complaining about smiling at a black man.
Right.
So what's the point?
And
So where's the? I'm boiling it down, make it simplistic. Go ahead, tell us why it's such. Let me say something too before you do this. Remember when I said everything's variable, guys? Everything's variable is always subjective. The counter to that is it's either subjective or variable or it's extremely complex. It's differential equations. It's calculation. It's calculating in force space. And if we were more intelligent, we could understand the complexities. Go ahead.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to respond to the sister. When I've had that experience as well at different points in my life where black men are like, hey, you should smile, miss. And when I think about it, sometimes you are just in deep thought, and truly, and with the context, the other women in other races, maybe they don't have to tell them to do that because they're not carrying the grief that we're carrying around. Like, we're mourning for our brothers in the community, like legit.
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay.
No, ma'am, no. You're mourning. You
Okay.
cause black men more grief than LAPD, system of white supremacy, or any of this other shit. Mourn your brothers for what you do to us, not the system. Sorry, man, but I've heard that too much. And y'all get up on this high horse like before we got to deal with the system of white supremacy, we got to deal with what lays beside us.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I just feel like there is a level of deep concentration that sometimes we're in that impacts. I mean, it just does. It disproportionately impacts our community. So we do have more things on our mind than the women of other races. We can't have that levity that they may have at times. I would love to, step into that all the time, but there's sometimes it's, you have a lot on your mind. I know.
Let's say I accept that being black in this country is because what are you doing about it? What's the name of your therapist?
What's the name of my therapist?
In general, are black women in therapy for these issues?
Yes.
In mass.
I think we're getting there because what I can say is,
come on, Ma. This is the black community. The therapy we have in the black community. No. I'll let you say it because there is a point to be made. The black experience in this country because of chattel slavery. I can hear that. But what I can't hear is you're not doing anything about the issues that you want us to take under advisement. It just happens. It's a permanent condition that can't be changed. So what? It's either ignore it or Jesus.
No,
I'm asking,
I,
what are you doing about it?
me on a personal level,
No. I mean, no.
I'm a
You said,
therapist. I'm a
you said
licensed
black.
therapist, and
Yeah,
I'm serving our
but you're a
community.
licensed. You're a licensed therapist, and you know just like I know. I deal with therapists all the time, and black people are not in therapy at any large level.
I agree, and I love that you promote it. It's becoming destigmatized, but we, of all people, we need it the most, and especially our women as well, and how to relate to our black men. There is a level of decorum that's missing, but again, I feel like it's misguided self-expression because of all the oppression and just the day-to-day microaggressions, all the things that we have to deal
Uh,
with. This is
uh,
a way to kind
no,
of, you're
no. I'm
all
not
right,
going.
all right,
I'm not
all
going.
right.
I'm trying, ma'am. The way you talk removes accountability from women.
Okay.
Misguided expression. Bullshit. You get away with it. We have one way aggression and violence in our community. It goes from women to men. Men are not
Mhm.
allowed full expression. That is why so many women get upset with my show, because I actually have the nerve to bark back.
Yeah, you do.
Because what you're saying, even for the truth in it, you are trying to expand it to where it covers a lot of things. No, what are you doing about it? What was all this, Mike? Where was all this misguided expression when we had Jim Crow, segregation, lynching, and all that
Mhm.
other kind of stuff? When we prior to 1965, when we were mad at a rate of 80%, what was all that misguided expression in? When we actually had real, institutionalized colored whites, where was it all then?
You're right. You're right. There were a lot more checks and balances in place. There was a lot more of a real threat. Like you get out of line and you're
But
gonna lose a life.
I'm saying,
Here,
no, ma'am, no, what I'm saying was, where was all the misguided expression from women to men back when we had real racism in your face?
yeah, yeah, no, that's fair.
That's why I call bullshit on your example. Because as you become more free, you become more problematic.
Mm,
We are almost two different races. Our black women are women.
yeah.
We can't make a demand. We can't even ask you to smile, but you want us to protect you.
Mm, mm,
Are you all
yeah,
women?
no.
What do you think? What do you say?
Listen,
No. Before you answer this question, by the way you see the ethnic image of black women acting towards black men, are black women our women? Not aspirationally, by the results, by what you see.
not aspirationally by what I see. Um, not aspirationally. I feel like yes, we definitely we
No, I asked you what you see, and you went to what you feel. Ma'am, are you going to actually tell me, by what you see, black women act like they belong to black men?
the, we we need a lot of
That's a
mentoring,
yes
and
or no.
so I'm gonna say
No. See, you already starting to
okay.
beatboxing. See, subjective variable. See, when you ask a question, the boxes them in, they don't want to call, they don't want to hold sister to the task, so they're gonna start breakdancing. Yes or no, man? You're a professional, right? A healthcare professional, right?
I am
Answer the question.
but
Answer the question as a professional. Yes or no?
do do do
Are
our
black
women
women
look like
the
they
black? You heard the question 3 times. Are black women
I'm
ours?
gonna say that's tough because the answer is yes. The answer is yes, we belong to you. Like y'all, yes, y'all are for us and we are for you,
Black men, I want you
truly.
to understand. Black men, hold on, man. Black men, I want you to understand how you felt when you saw her struggling to try to get this lie out of her mouth. That is the length they will go. That is, you go back to the, no, ma'am, you go back to the comment section, go to the time and date stamp, go there and look at what the black men say. I know what I felt here. I've
Oh
asked
my
you,
God.
and no, ma'am, because I know the question I'm asking, and the answer is I can objectively say, no, you're not, and I can say it, but you don't want to admit what we can see. If you look at what the men are saying, they're saying no, but you're still trying to tell us, yeah, we are, and the men are like, well, what world are you seeing? It's like, are y'all, and you're a professional. I'm like, answer it as a professional, and you're still gonna get to the point where like, well, yeah, then the men don't know what they're seeing.
So yes, we definitely belong to you, and we want to just improve those relationships. I feel like we
You
just
belong to
have
us.
a difficult
You
time.
belong to us. You belong to us. This is what you're saying. So if that's the case, then why would a black man ask
Yes.
a black woman to smile and she offended if you belong to us?
Now, I disagree with being offended, but I don't
Why does a
disagree
black
that
woman
sometimes
feel
we are smiling.
why okay, offended, whatever, why does she feel put upon? Why does she feel like it makes a demand of her if it's just a smile? And understand, a black woman who's a femininity influencer asked her femininity group who wants to be married to black men to just smile at every black man, and she was savage for months.
Mm.
You know this is common, man. If black women
Mm.
truly belong to black men as you say they do, why do black women feel put upon by simply being asked to smile at black men? And here's the problem. If we can't have real conversations with our women, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Black men know you're lying. They know you're
Oh,
conflicted. Ma'am, look in the comment section. The black men know you're not being honest. And black, I think honestly, I think black men want relationships with black women more than black women want relationships with black men. Because when asked this question, you're speaking aspirationally. Men are saying, no, you're not ours. And they can see you struggling. But you're gonna find a way to rejigger this to make it make sense. And men are saying, you're not ours. We can't even ask you to smile at us.
okay. So, brothers, we love you. Let me just tell you, Jill Scott
No,
had a
ma'am.
beautiful
No,
smile.
no,
We
no,
need
no,
you.
no,
We
no, no.
do.
Before we get to that, we need truth.
Okay.
Can you honestly say that greater than 50% of the adult black females act and move as though they belong to black men?
No, and I'm going to answer. Can I rebuttal to that?
Go ahead.
I don't feel like the majority necessarily act like they belong to any man, though. So it's not like we're ditching
But
them
there's only one.
and we're going.
But you can rebuttal that, man. But you're only supposed to belong to one.
Yes,
See, that's that
absolutely.
subjective variable bullshit. That's not an answer, man. Black men don't want to hear that we don't belong because you don't expect every man to protect you. When somebody's going upside your head, you ain't asking Brad, Lee, Ahmed, Enrique, protect us. You asking a black man to protect you.
You're right.
So we
You're
don't give a
absolutely
shit if you
right.
don't feel like you belong to anybody else. White women, do white women act like they belong to white men? Yes
Yes,
or no? Do Hispanic women act like they belong to Hispanic men?
absolutely.
Do Asian women act like they belong to Asian men?
Definitely.
Do Middle Eastern women act like they belong to Middle Eastern men?
Yes.
Do black women act like they belong to black men?
By and large, no.
And
But
see, the
those
fact that you had to even put a modifier on there says you are still conflicted with the reality you are seeing. There was no modifier ever before black people. No
you're
modifier.
100%.
And see, that's the
100%.
problem. And that's the problem because it is going to come down to women checking women and getting you guys straight. We cannot fix you because you have no respect for us. You only
Mm,
respect each other. And if we can't rely
mm.
on the educated of you and the intelligent of you and the learned of you to at least be honest, black men will sit back saying, who the fuck can we rely on? Honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
saying that men can't, black men are just asking black women to be nice to us.
mhm,
That's it. Just be
mhm.
nice to us. And they can't get that in mass on a regular basis. I don't know if you ladies really understand how bad it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then when you see
No.
a black girl get hit in the face with a skateboard, you want black men to check him because he shouldn't have hit her. There should be no violence. But then you ask yourself a question: why does this black man feel so detached from this black woman? Because they can feel it. And y'all won't be honest. And it takes me asking questions this way and that way. And before I can even kind of nail the jello on the wall, and it's still, well, do you want black men to do this when it comes to talking about our obligation to you? Do you want modifiers from us when it comes to you?
No. No.
Well, then stop
You
doing it with
ask some
us.
tough questions.
Because it needs to be asked, because I should not have to ask the motherfucking questions. Becky ain't got to ask, Brad ain't got to ask it of Becky. Lee doesn't have to ask it of Maylene. Enrique doesn't have to ask it of Marisol. Anu doesn't have to ask it of, pick a Middle Eastern name. But Keith has to ask it of Keisha. Somebody got to ask it. I'll take the smoke. Thank you for at least trying to be honest, man. But this is where the fuck we are.
Yeah.
That's why I got upset and said, no, when you go into the same old trope of black women do this because of we're mourning for our brothers. And I'm like, whoa, I know more black men who say, I ain't got to worry about the white man. I got to worry about this woman laying next to me. This is my oppressor. This is my abuser. This is the one that calls CPS and child support and the white man on me when I ain't doing what the hell she think I should be doing. This is what brings the white man into my house.
Oh, God.
Ask your brothers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin.
So this phone call got really intense, and Kevin was asking this woman questions that made her super uncomfortable. But honestly, someone needed to ask these questions. This woman called in making excuses about being hurt and how everything is complicated. But Kevin kept asking her one simple thing. You act professional at your job, right? You don't give attitude to your boss because you need that paycheck. So why can't you treat your man the same way? It's not that she can't be respectful, she just chooses not to be. You wouldn't curse out your teacher even if you're mad because you know there would be consequences. But with your boyfriend, you feel like you can say whatever you want. Kevin was calling out something that happens way too much. A lot of black guys feel like the women in their lives don't really respect them, but these same women expect them to always be there for them. You want someone to protect you and take care of you, but you treat them like garbage. How does that make sense? The woman kept making excuses and trying to justify her behavior. But Kevin wasn't having it because everyone goes through stuff. That doesn't mean you get to be disrespectful to people. Kevin's main point was simple. If we're supposed to be on the same team, why does it feel like we're enemies? These questions hit different because they're real. Right now, people aren't even trying to understand each other. They're just arguing and making excuses. When you can control yourself at work, but not at home, it shows what you actually care about. If your relationship isn't worth being respectful, then what's the point? Kevin's questions expose the truth, and nobody likes getting called out for their behavior. But sometimes that's what people need to hear. This isn't about being fake nice all the time. It's about treating people right. When that call ended with silence, you could feel it. Sometimes the truth hits so hard you don't know what to say.